Hey there and welcome to this December 2022 astrological forecast. I'm sorry it's a little late. I hope everyone had a good start into the month. Astrologically, an opposition between Venus and Mars could be amping up our emotions during the first week, with our passions running high, but also an increase in our impulsivity and jealous nature. The focus seems to be on our loved ones. A sextile aspect between Venus and Saturn seems to somewhat balance this energy out. This might also mean we could be flip-flopping now between highly emotional interactions and more reserved and shy ones. This could be a consequence of existing discrepancies between our own ideals and reality. It is easy to hold on to the beliefs we already have, as this can offer us a sense of safety and predictability in life. Questioning our beliefs can be a great tool to gain perspective and work on introspection. This sextile could be beneficial in terms of approaching our emotional moments from a more pragmatic and objective perspective. This could also help with stabilizing our personal relationships as much as solidifying our understanding of ourselves and our own trigger points. Expressing ourselves creatively is also being encouraged, with Neptune going direct in Pisces on the 4th. This transit encourages us to have more faith in our dreams and visions, but we could also experience issues with focusing, as we rather spend time in our dreams instead of making them happen during this transit. On the 6th, Mercury enters Capricorn, allowing for our focus to improve once again. This movement has the potential to clear up our thinking and communication, as realism becomes more attainable. Careful though, pessimism could be creeping in alongside. Keep your eyes open for cockiness or overconfident behavior as well, as Mercury is squaring with Jupiter during this transit. Finally, you might also experience more misunderstandings during this week, feeling drained after social interactions, and experience a lack of clarity and trust in matters of the mind and our personal relationships. Our overconfidence is potentially turning into impulsive or careless behavior at the beginning of the second week. Adding to that, with a full moon in Gemini on the 8th, things might be getting emotional. We might become more impatient and insecure. Overindulgence, overstating, or overdoing might be a consequence as well. If we notice our minds doing too much, consciously focusing on positive and productive things could be advantageous now. Helping us out with this is a trine aspect between the Moon and Jupiter in Aquarius, allowing for a more positive outlook now. Starting around the 10th, we see the beauty of putting in effort, especially when it comes to the people and things we love. Relationships are taken more seriously, and dedication comes more easily. A favorable time to finish up projects you haven't so far, and to take your career, relationship, or artistic endeavor to the next level. A sextile between the Sun and Saturn is further highlighting your unique talents and knowledge on the 12th. You might fear being controlled towards the end of the second week and end up pursuing power and authority over others in an effort to retain said control. Focusing on being productive creatively and spiritually is encouraged now. Our mental faculties are slightly off this third week. Misunderstandings are more likely, and making decisions isn't as easy, as we tend to doubt our ability to solve problems. Communicating online now seems to come with less hiccups than the conversations we have in person. Social insecurities might be magnified, so keeping things superficial could feel safer now. On one hand, we might feel a need to express ourselves authentically, especially in romantic relationships. But on the other hand, our fear of intimacy and getting hurt could be getting in the way. We are being called to look past our personal level of hurt and to see things from a more emotionally detached perspective. A great opportunity to work through karma regarding love, relationships, and ideals. We might actually end up healing past wounds and growing as a result of this. With Jupiter moving into Aries, the fierce adventurer, opportunities related to new beginnings and independent ventures become favorable this week. A time to take leadership and inspire others in the process, but be cautious not to become too self-centered under Aries' influence. On the 21st of December, the Sun moves into sturdy Capricorn, motivating us to be responsible, ambitious, and orderly. Satisfaction can be found now through our accomplishments and committing to long-term goals. This day marks also the winter solstice on the Northern Hemisphere, making this the shortest day of the year. For anyone on the Southern Hemisphere, the 21st will mark the summer solstice and be the longest day of the year. We are still navigating between overconfidence and deep-rooted insecurity the last week of 2022. Our intuition increases due to a trine between Venus and Uranus, but it can also lead to emotional outbursts. Venus relates to the arts, so being creative could be a good way to use this energy as well. With the new moon in Capricorn on the 22nd, right after the solstice, this is the perfect day to set our goals for the new year. I have a meditation to set intentions from last year on the channel. I'll leave you the link to it in the description box below. Feel free to use it if you feel called to do so. Just make sure you are aware we're talking about 2023 when I mention 2022. With Capricorn's influence at play, you might have been underestimating what you want from yourself and for yourself, and therefore feeling ungrounded and doubtful. If this resonates, I encourage you to trust in yourself and to not seek approval from external sources in an effort to overcome your internal insecurities. Jupiter squares the Sun and the Moon on this day, leading to potential overdoing and overestimating in an effort to feel useful. But with Chiron, the wounded healer, going direct in Aries, we find it easier now to see our wounds as inspiring, motivational, and a source of personal strength, rather than to think of them as something that slows us down or makes us inferior in any way. Our intuition is increasing even more on the 25th, as we become more sensitive in every way. We are drawn to subtleties and feel inspiration come easier to us now. When Venus and Neptune sextile on the 28th, we are granted a lovely day where commitment and pleasure come together in perfect bliss, a good time for romance and creativity. General socializing can also be particularly enjoyable now. Keep an eye out for new insights and messages in your dreams. And just as we end the year, Mercury goes into retrograde in Capricorn, marking the coming 3 weeks as a period of introspection regarding our ambitions, our profession, and our future. What are we leaving behind in this world? How can we be of service to others? And what does it mean to be successful? These are all questions that might be running through our minds during this transit. It might also be hard to make decisions now or to do a lot of small talk. We might be keeping plans to ourselves in an effort to actually make them happen. And that's that, my friends. I really hope you enjoyed, and I wish you all a great start to 2023. Until next time, bye!